Hey y'all, it's Chloe, and we're back with another Married at First Sight, Season 10, The Reunion. Y'all, I'm over it. So much about this episode, I am over, okay? Everything about this fucking episode, sorry, excuse my language, I am over, okay? I am sure some of you guys will hate me after this review. I'm sure of it. But at this point, I have to say how I feel, okay? It is okay to disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. Put it out in the comments that you disagree and let me know why. But I am going to speak my mind because I have a lot to say. Y'all, I didn't even finish watching. Okay, I watched the episode. I had to stop taking my notes because I started getting really, really pissed while I was taking my notes. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to just talk about it. I'm not even going to do a review because it's too much. It's too much. But then I was like, nah, that's not right. That's not right. I have to make an actual review. So what I did was I rewatched it so I can take my notes so I don't miss anything. Okay? Y'all, we still going to do this episode journey review the way we always do. So let's go. All right, y'all. So the episode starts off basically with Katie and Derek, okay? Katie and Derek are sitting there and they're talking about their relationship. They just moved into a brand new house and everything. Well, not a house, but they leased a new apartment, all this good stuff. And, you know, Katie's talking about how Derek reverted back to his old ways. I'm trying to figure out what these old ways are that she speak of. But nonetheless, Derek says, you know what? I did start staying out late. I was working a lot, this, that, and the other. So I made a conscious decision that on Wednesday night, we was going to watch our show and we was going to cook food and we was going to spend time together, you know, do things together, okay? He was putting in the effort. He was going to try. So Kevin asks Katie, what have you done? What did you try to do? And Katie's like, well, I every time I had a problem, I communicated it to him. Katie, shut up. Every time you got a problem, you communicate to him, and he actually did something to try to make it better. And all you did was continue to keep coming up with problems for him to try to make better. I'm done. I'm so glad that this season is over. She works my effing nerve. I'm so done with her. She kept doing nothing. She kept talking about how she did nothing. She kept talking about how she just kept creating problems. They asked Derek, are you heard about the relationship? And Derek's like, well, no, she made it easy not for me to not fall in love with her. I was like, exactly. I'm glad that he did not fall in love with that girl, and I'm glad that she definitely made it easy because I'm glad he noticed it. Nonetheless, I'm glad he noticed that she made it difficult for him to love her because it was some BS, okay? Not only does that happen, we found out that she slept with her ex after the honeymoon. I'm assuming that that's what they meant. It seemed like it wasn't actually after the honeymoon. They probably was talking after the honeymoon, but they probably end up sleeping together after the show was finished filming or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, she slept with her ex, okay? She left him 2 weeks after decision day. I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose of saying yes. I told y'all she only wanted to say yes because she did not want to look like the bad person on the screen. That's the only reason why she said yes. The only reason why she said yes. Because 2 weeks later, she tells him, oh, I don't want to, I want to be friends. Oh, I don't want to sleep in the same bed anymore. This girl, y'all. Let me move on. Let me move on. We get over to Mika and Michael, okay? So Mika aggravates me, y'all. This episode, she really worked my last nerve, okay? I tried to understand Mika. I tried, y'all. I really have been sitting here, trying to have this girl back, but she does not make it easy, okay? The same way Katie did not make it easy for Derek to love her is the same way Mika is not making it easy for me to defend her. No, she is not, y'all. No, she is not. They asked Michael, how do you feel, what will you feel like the best moments of your marriage was? And Michael, he's giving out answers or whatever the case may be. And then they asked Mika, and Mika is sitting there like, I'm thinking, and I'm like, I understand. You're right. We all understand why you would have a hard time trying to figure out what the best part of your marriage is, okay? They asked Michael about his jobs, okay? So now we go through all the scenes of Michael and his jobs, okay? How he kept saying he was a yoga teacher here, he was a yoga teacher there, he was a yoga teacher there, blah, 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 blah. Michael says that he is now the yoga teacher of his own yoga studio. I don't know, y'all. I don't understand why we keep asking this man about his jobs when we know he's going to keep lying to us, okay? But anyway, that's what Michael says, okay? And she's like, I called all those yoga schools before, and they said you didn't work there. None of them said you didn't work there, because he tried to clear the whole situation up. And I'm trying to figure out, like, dad, girl, you went through that much to go find out if this man was lying to you? You called all the schools? Like, this is ridiculous. They're childish, okay? They're both childish. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. So as Kevin is trying to get Michael to understand, like, you know, why Mika would be mad, you know, he breaks it down, and I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him, okay? He really got Michael to understand that that was a problem, okay? Michael apologized for the problem. But then he also asks Mika, do you think you could have been a little bit more softer? Do you think you could have been a little bit more understanding? And Mika's like, of course, that I realized that I could have been more understanding. After I watched it back, I realized I don't want to be that girl. Like, I could have been more soft. I could have been, you know, all these things. And for that, I apologize. And I'm like, okay, cool. We getting somewhere. This host, okay, Kevin is doing his thing, okay? He's making everyone see the things in themselves that they are not seeing, okay? He's asking all the right questions, and he's pointing them out to everyone at this point. And I'm like, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all, we get over to Mindy and Zach, okay? Now, I know my energy is not the same as all my other reviews. That's because my energy for this is, I'm so glad that it's over. That's the energy that I have for this. I'm just so glad that it's over. But anyway, Mindy and Zach are sitting there, and Zach starts talking. Y'all, I don't know what Zach's talking about. He's talking in circles, and the fact that they started playing the music in the background of him talking made me know, like, they knew what was up, okay? While he's talking in circles, you know, Kevin's like, you can talk in circles all day, Zach. And then, of course, we have to get all the clips of Zach talking in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles. And I'm just like, yo, I'm so tired. I'm so glad this is over. So glad. Anyway, Kevin is sitting there, you know, and he's like saying to him, like, you know, what about this process did you think you was keeping it real? Like, when did it really set in for you that you was really married? And, you know, Zach's still trying to talk about how, you know, he's like, did you realize that you were married? You know, like, just keep it real. Like, he's like, I definitely, you know, it definitely hit me that I was really married. And, you know, like, I didn't know how to handle it, or whatever the case may be. Kevin tells Zach that you checked out, okay, bruh? You checked out because you never moved in. Like, what are you talking about? You wanted this to work. You was doing all this. Cut it out. He called him out. I was like, finally. The whole time we've been sitting here having these conversations with these people, and now we got somebody to call them out. It only took us to episode 16, but we here, though. We here, though, okay? Mindy is like, I honestly think that he did this for publicity. At this point, like, I feel like it was all for publicity. Like, it can't be nothing else, okay? And then the host calls Zach out again, and he's like, don't you feel like you owe Mindy an apology? Don't you feel like you owe Mindy an apology? And Zach is over here still trying to talk his way out of this apology. He's like, you know what? I do realize that I owe her apology, you know. I didn't give her a chance for us to, I didn't give this relationship a chance to even grow or to evolve into anything. And that's my fault. I own that. And I'm like, it's about time we getting somewhere with Zach, because Zach always act like he don't know what's going on and he being a perfect person when we all know he is not. And I definitely agree that this was all for TV, okay? There was never any other motive behind Zach, okay? It was always for TV, always for publicity. Everything was for TV, period, okay? Y'all, he apologized, and Mindy's thankful for the apology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry of all the freaking apologies, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all sorry to hear me sorry? Y'all sorry yet? Because I'm sorry. They sorry. Everybody fucking sorry. I'm sorry. We sorry. Sorry, sorry. Sorry, sorry. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. We get Austin and we get Jessica, okay? Austin has been traveling like every week for work or whatever. And it helps them realize how much they miss each other, you know? And it made them stronger, you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So now they're like, oh, every time I see each other, you know, they're just in love and everything is so great. And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you guys for showing us how this process was actually supposed to work. Because obviously the other 4 couples did not get that memo, y'all. They did not get that memo for not a minute. Not at all. Not even a little bit, okay? Now, this is where I started getting, you know, a little distracted, okay? Because now we bring in Taylor. Taylor is talking to Kevin about how she's disappointed how she really wanted her marriage to work. And then she starts to find a way, you know, to bring up how all of this is Brandon's fault, okay? How now they have a restraining order against each other, and it's all Brandon's fault, okay? Kevin asked her about the video. He's like, did you, how do you feel about the video that you made? Like, do you think you were wrong? And she's like, I don't think I was wrong because I didn't think he was going to see it, because he doesn't follow me. And then, like, that is what I asked the experts for. So I don't understand how it was wrong. Bitch, cut it. Cut it. I'm over her. I'm glad y'all don't understand how happy I am that this is over. And I apologize for the curses, but I've been holding them back all this season. I've been trying my best to hold them back, but they keep coming out. They keep coming out, and I'm not about to take them out because this is how I really feel at this moment, okay? It is what it is, okay? So Brandon, you know, she's talking about the incident. They're talking about the incident that happened, okay? And Taylor is, you know, about to give her side, but then we have to hear what Brandon's side is. And Brandon says that he had photos of her assaulting him, and they both went to jail, okay? They both went to jail. When we asked Taylor about it, her story is full of a bunch of BS, okay? It's something about she went to a bar with a friend, okay? Because Brandon said he was never going to be at that bar ever again, whatever the case may be. And then she went there and she went to go get some free water, and she spilled the free water. So she went to go get a napkin, and when she came back, Brandon was talking to the friend. But then she realized, like, oh my God, is that Brandon? I have to go get my friend. I have to go get my friend. She goes over to get her friend, like, we gotta go. And Brandon's like, oh, you know him? Oh, you know him? And then for some reason, Brandon followed them out, and like, we was harassing her and following her all the way down the stairs and taking pictures. And I'm like, something about this story is not adding up. Something about this story is not adding up, because if you're saying that he was talking to Brandon, that Brandon was talking to your friend, he didn't even realize that y'all knew each other, but then Brandon says that y'all were in the club kissing and hugging up on each other. Y'all, it's a big mess. I'm just going to say this. I don't believe Taylor, okay? Her track record is not good, okay? One thing I can say about Brandon is no matter what, Brandon has not been shown to be a liar. He has been shown to be an a-hole. He has been shown to, you know, act a fool, you know, but he has not been shown to be a liar. That's Michael. And that's definitely Taylor. So I'm trying to figure out, like, something about her story don't add up. And then she keeps saying it like, yeah, Brandon went to jail. And he's like, and Kevin's like, no, you both went to jail. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, well, I got a restraining order on him. And he was like, no, you both have a restraining order on each other. And she's like, well, he went and got his after mine. Girl, if you do not cut it, everything, you act like you're the victim. You are not the victim. We already saw that you have that side to you. Stop making it seem like he's the only one that went to jail. Stop making it seem like you're the only one who has a restraining order against him. Because honestly, both of you went to jail. Both of you have a restraining order against each other, and the judge gave it to both of y'all. So then I don't understand. If they didn't feel like he needed one, why would they give him one? Obviously, something happened in that courtroom that caused the judge to give him one as well. I just want him to stay away from me. I just want him to stay away from me. Girl, nobody wants you that bad, okay? I doubt that Brandon was out there stalking you. I doubt it. I doubt it. But anyway, y'all, I'm done with it. They bring out all the couples, and when they bring out all the couples, they ask, Kevin asks everyone, they still talking about the situation between Brandon and Taylor. And they asked Kevin, like, Kevin asks everyone, like, who was at the courtroom? Like, who was there during this experience? And Mindy and Katie were like, yeah, we were in the courtroom. We were there. Or whatever. And here comes Mika, okay? Mika cussing, talking about how, you know, this is what they both needed. No one asked you absolutely nothing. Was you in the courtroom was what they asked you. You wasn't in the courtroom, so you don't need to speak on absolutely nothing. I'm tired of her. She just keeps talking. The whole episode, she just kept busting in, talking. Busting in, talking. Shut up. Somebody need to bust her in her mouth. Shut up. Kevin ask Michael, like, okay, well, sis, you know, Brandon's your boy, and I know you talk to him or whatever. How do you think he feels about this whole situation or whatever? And, you know, Michael's like, I feel like he's disappointed. And, you know, it's blame on both sides. Like, at this point, it's blame on both of them. They both ruined their marriage, okay? It's not just Brandon. It's not just Taylor. It's blame on both of them. He's disappointed that it had to get to this point. Okay, that's cool. Let's leave it at that. Why we gotta keep asking Michael all these daggone questions, okay? So now he keeps asking Michael more questions, you know, like, how do you think Brandon feels? Do you understand how Brandon feels? And I'm like, why does it matter how Michael feels about the way Brandon feels? Any other time Michael says anything, no one wants to believe him anyway. So now all of a sudden we want to give the one person in the room to defend Brandon, who always be lying, the opportunity to speak. Get out of here. Okay, I don't have the time nor the energy for this BS that they pulled last night, okay? So basically he was like, from my understanding, from what I know, an altercation happened and it's not the way she's saying it was, okay? Here comes Taylor. Then which way was it? Which way was it? I need facts. I need facts, okay? First of all, if he's talking to Brandon and he gets Brandon's side of the story, of course it's not going to be the same as Taylor's side of the story. Why can't we understand that? And no, it is not Michael's place to tell Brandon's side of the story. If y'all wanted Brandon's side of the story, y'all should have set Brandon up in the back, had a separate room, gave him his own camera, asked him some questions, and let him answer it. But did y'all do that? No. So don't ask Michael about Brandon. Then y'all want to sit here and play all these daggone films of him blowing up at production. He is not there to defend himself. So what is the purpose of showing this? Why are you asking Michael to defend him? It does not make sense to me. Make it make sense. If you wanted Brandon's side, give him a separate room like they do Basketball Wives. Give him a separate room like they do Love and Hip Hop. And have that man on the camera talking about how he feels about the situation. Why she the only one to get up there and sit around and talk about how she's the victim and Brandon did everything? I don't get it. Michael storms off, okay? Because now Mika wants to put her 2 cents in and talk about something. It's like asking Michael, he's going to defend Brandon no matter what. It's like asking Brandon. Asking Michael is basically like asking Brandon. Nobody asks you anything. How about that? How about no one asks Mika absolutely nothing for her to come chime her 2 cents in there? Girl, take a seat, okay? You want this camera shine so freaking bad that every opportunity you get to open your mouth, you open it. You absolutely open it. Y'all, I don't have it in for her, okay? I am over it. And I must say, I'm so glad that this was the last episode. Because, y'all, she wore me down, okay? With her bad makeup, that ugly wig, do better. Before you get up there running your mouth, running the camera all on you, look better. When Michael goes out, okay, Kevin goes out after him, right? Kevin goes out after him because he's trying to figure out, like, okay, do you feel like something unfair is happening? Do you feel like something unfair is happening? And Michael is basically trying to tell him, like, listen, I am a black man, okay? And I'm not going to sit on national television and bring down another black man. That is not what I'm going to do. If you want to ask him about his experience and his relationship, you do that. I don't care. And I don't blame him. Yes, he's not going to go up there and bring down another black man because he doesn't want to. Now, because Kevin want to sit up there and like, oh, I'm just giving you the opportunity to defend Brandon. That is not Michael's job to defend Brandon. That is not Michael's job to defend Brandon. Then he's like, oh, but he doesn't make us look good because he was up here acting like an a-hole. That's not making us look good. None of this is making us look good. As an African-American female, none of this is making us look good, okay? None of it. They closed the door. They have a private conversation. That's not really private because we got the mics on. No respect. No respect. Another reason why Brandon was always catching a fit. But anyway, they come back out and they discuss that they're not going to have the conversation anymore because Michael feels like it's not his place to have this conversation. He does not want to talk for Brandon. Before they come out, here's Mika. I don't know who gave Mika the torch and say, hey, you speak for everybody, because she's still in there. Oh, he's not gonna tell his friend the truth. And when I said the same thing about Taylor, if you would have made that video, I would have been mad. And all of Mika, shut up. Shut up. Okay, Austin and Zach are sitting there like, I understand it. Like, yeah, he doesn't know much about it, and that's not his place. Exactly. How is it that this makes perfect sense to them, but not you? And Mika, no one asked you. And Mika, like, I could understand that could be true, Austin. But he walks out every time we're talking. He walks out every time we're talking. This is a totally different situation. He walks out when he's talking to you about y'all. You asking this man on national TV about a whole nother person. Yes, that's not his place. Of course he's going to walk out. Yes, he walks away because he doesn't like confrontation. Only person likes confrontation is you, which is why you always picking and nagging because you like confrontation. You've been doing it to this man all season and he's tired. Okay, he's not going to sit there and let anyone talk to him in any type of way. And instead of acting a fool and blowing up like Brandon, he just decides to walk away. Every person has their way of dealing with confrontation, and that's his way. So everyone who has a problem with the way Michael handles confrontation by walking away, saying, oh, he don't communicate well. And then everyone who has a problem with the way Brandon handles his confrontation, oh, he shouldn't be blowing up like that. Everybody has a way of dealing with confrontation. Just because it's not your way doesn't make it the right way. Period. Y'all, after they come back, they sit down and now they want to talk to, you know, Mindy and Zach, and they want to talk about the whole situation that happened with Mindy and Lindsay and Zach, okay? Now, to support Mindy is Shannon. Now, I really hoped and prayed that it was going to be Lindsay, y'all. I really prayed that Lindsay was going to come out and this was going to be the reunion of the freaking year. But it wasn't Lindsay, it was Shannon, okay? And, you know, when Shannon comes out to talk about the situation, she's basically like, okay, for one, they were talking. I have proof that Zach was supposed to come see her. I also have proof that he said that he thought that she would be a better match for him than Mindy was. Here comes Zach. I never said that. I never said that. And I was wishing that she would have pulled out the receipts because I'm like, girl, if you got proof, pull out the receipts. Pull them out. But no. Never pulled them out. Never pulled them out. Okay? So they're asking Zach about, you know, have you spoken to Lindsay? And he's like, oh no, I haven't spoken to her. And they like, are you sure? And he was like, oh, you talking about that time? And they're like, so what was that time? You know, how did it go? He's like, I just texted her, hey, and she never texted me back. Once again, he's reaching out to this girl, okay? Once again, he's trying to talk to this girl. But okay, we just want to let that slide. All right, just let that slide. As we keep going, we find out that he text her by accident because he meant to text one of his actual clients, not that Lindsay. It's the wrong Lindsay. Y'all, do we look like we was born yesterday or not? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out because, like, this whole episode was sitting here. I was like, do I look stupid? Because I got a feeling that I'm looking stupid. Okay. So now that we have this conversation, Mindy decides that she one day wants to be friends with her again. Later on down the line, not soon, but later on down the line. And Shannon's like, I never want to be friends with her ever again, okay? Never, ever again. She's a bad person, okay? She's a bad human being. Don't want to be friends with her. And I'm like, thank you. I wish you would tell Mindy that she don't need to be friends with her. I don't care how many mutual friends y'all have in common. And if your friends still want to be friends with her after that, after finding out that she actually felt good about being able to take a man or something from you, then they are wrong too, okay? No one should want to be friends with anyone like that, period. Y'all, here we go. We get over to Zach and we get over to Katie. And Katie is sitting here trying to call, not Zach, y'all. Katie is trying to call Derek a liar. Okay, she's basically sitting here trying to tell Derek that he's lying. Come to find out that people on the, you know, cast actually told Derek that she was cheating on him, okay? And no one's going to say who, and he respects the fact that they don't want to be, you know, put out there. But Mika needs to let everyone know that it wasn't me, okay? It wasn't me. Mika needs to let everyone know that it wasn't her. Lord, somebody give her a muzzle. I'm tired of hearing her talk. Tired, okay? But anyway, as she's sitting there, you know, everyone's like, you know, talking, and she's like, oh, Derek's like, I just want to know why did you wait 2 weeks? Like, why did you even say yes? Like, what was the purpose? And she's like, oh, well, I just wanted to give him more time. And he's like, more time for what? Because right after you said you do, the next week you were like, oh, let's be friends. The next week you were like, oh, we want to sleep in separate rooms. And then you come back and tell me that you had an affair with someone else. So all this time you already was doing this. Like, stop trying to play me. Then he like, you basically we went to dinner. You basically low-key threatened me not to tell anybody that what was going on because it had nothing to do with us breaking up. And I'm sitting here like, y'all, this had everything to do with y'all breaking up. She like, are you crazy? I threatened you? I would never. Oh my God, you're so fake. No, Katie, you're fake. You don't want nobody to see you for who you really are, which is why you tried to get him to not tell nobody. But we see you, sis, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Derek did not be quiet. I'm so glad that he spoke up, and I'm glad that he spoke his truth, and I'm glad that he did not become the doormat that she wanted him to be. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Y'all, how much more of this episode I got? Oh, it's almost over? Okay. It's almost over. Zach and Mindy goes on a date. No, not Mindy, y'all. I'm so used to seeing them together. Zach and Katie goes on a freaking date, okay? And they just like, oh, no, it wasn't nothing like that. We were just getting to know you, talking about the show or whatever the case may be. So if you were talking about the show or whatever the case may be, then why did you tell Mindy that after you realized what he had did to her, there's no way you would date him? Because you're fake, okay? You're a fake friend. When y'all got those 10 tattoos on y'all fingers and y'all was out there like, we got friends now. We are friends. We were matched with friends. No, you was not, because you definitely was about to sleep with your friend's ex-husband. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then you ask, what's his name? Zach. Hey, Zach, who initiated it? Zach like, I don't know. I don't know. And here's Katie. Zach, you did it. You did it, Zach. It was you. You know, you said that we should go and talk. Get out of here. Both of y'all. Get out of here. Get him out of here. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. And then we end on a nice little happy note, okay? Everything's all good now because Austin is going to get down on his knee and he's going to give, Jessica the ring that she deserves because, the Married at First Sight rings that everybody get them little bands, that's like just in case this don't work out, I ain't about to spend my money. Now he's going to actually spend his money and get her a nice ring. And I was like, oh, this is a cute way to end it. And here go Taylor. Get out of here. Done with it, y'all. Done with it. I'm so glad the season is over. I am over it. I'm tired of discussing it. I'm tired of talking about it. But we still got to talk about it on a comma read. But this comma read is going to be different, y'all, because I know people are mad at me. But I'm going to give you a date and I'm going to give you a time. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications because we're going live, okay? And we're going to talk about this on Saturday. Saturday at 6:30. I hope to see you all in the comments. Peace.